Behaviors a woman will show when she's slowly growing more in love with you. Hey guys, when a woman is falling deeper in love with you, when we are falling for a man, you'll see that her natural nurturing side just naturally comes out, both in her words and her actions. Now, I want to make it clear in this video that both words and actions are extremely important. If she's just affirming you that she cares about you, she's not showing you through her actions, that's probably why you feel a little bit anxious and insecure about the things that she's saying. Or she's showing you through her actions and she's not affirming you with the words or giving you the type of commitment that you really need in order to give you the security as a man that she does love you deeply. That's also probably why you're a little bit insecure. Now, I don't want this video to be about words and actions and the differences between how that plays in the minds of a man and in a human being, but today we're talking about signs you should look out for when she's falling deeper in love. And I just want to say words and actions in combination are really important, okay? Now, in general, for any human being and for any woman in theory, there will be a difference in the types of responsibilities that she holds for some friends versus the people that she genuinely really cares about. And that's anyone with her family, her mother, her father, her brother, her sister, and especially her committed relationships. And there's a huge, vast difference between the two. Now, there are women in general who have a larger capacity to show this nurturing side of her to everyone around her life. That could be informing of how she treats acquaintances even. Again, I don't want the capacity of a woman to be shadowing your ability to view whether or not you're special, right? But I just want to say there are women out there who have a larger capacity to nurture, and there are women out there who have a lower capacity, but that doesn't mean she's not falling in love with you, okay? And so in today's video, I want to talk about some milestones and some signs that you should look out for within your relationship with that woman to start identifying whether or not she's growing deeper in love, deeper in attachment, and deeper in connection with you. Because no matter the capacity of a woman's ability to nurture, you will see a huge, vast difference between how she treats her friends and how she treats you, okay? And the one theme that we're going to highlight is the signs, the words, the behaviors that show that her nurturing side is being executed. Does that make sense? Now, before I talk about these milestones, it's really important for me to highlight that even through the process of loving someone and trying to love freely, okay, a woman through this process and any human being will make mistakes, okay? So by no means are the things that I'm trying to tell you a pass or fail, okay? So please be gentle with your observations of the woman in your life. There are moments in which everyone makes mistakes, but I'm just talking about a general sense, what you should be looking out for. Hi everyone, I'm Christy. I'm a therapist and relationship coach. Welcome to Men's Mental Health Institute, where we talk about both psychology, the modern evolutions of dating in the dating market, and why we believe relationships, relationship health, having meaningful connections with the people around you are generally the highest ROI in terms of you trying to have a better mental health and more control and stability in your life, right? Milestone number 1, okay? And this is obviously in the themes of nurturing, but you'll see that through her words and actions, she's wanting to be the person you turn to for support. This is a very important one. When a woman genuinely really cares about you, she wants to feel important and of use to you. And that really shows up with her trying to be that person that you turn to on a good day, a bad day, a not so great day. She's gonna want to be that person that kind of listens to all your stories and kind of just be included in everything that you do. You're gonna see through both her words and actions that she's going to want to give you the validation and kind of like the extra oomph that you need if you're not feeling so great about what you're doing or what you're thinking, because she wants to be that for you. She doesn't want any other woman to do that for you, okay? Now, here's milestone number 2. She shows you through her words by affirming you that her nurturing side is heightened, and she's giving you the sense of commitment and need for validation for you. She's supporting that, she's giving you that. And what's the second milestone that's extremely important is actually validating you that she loves you. So saying the words, I love you. Now, don't get at me here. I know it's a very sensitive 3 words that a lot of people are sensitive about saying, but I feel the need to kind of voice out the opinions and the importance of kind of words in a general sense, okay? Actions matter, but words really matter too, especially if you're doing all the right things, you're loving her in the right way, you're listening to her in the right way, and she's slowly showing you the actions in which make you feel like, okay, well, this seems to be going the right direction. She seems to be really caring about the things that I say, but you will still have that little inkling and wondering about what she's thinking and feeling. So words do matter. Saying I love you or saying, hey, you are my really important person is going to be an extra addition and accompaniment that is extremely important in the second milestone that I'm trying to discuss. If a woman is having trouble saying I love you or telling you through words of affirmation and validation that you're really important to her, I see that as a red flag, okay? Now, don't get at me here. I know every woman has their own traumas, and including you, the man. Everyone has a different type of experience through saying these 3 words or inexperience in saying these 3 words. She may have been burned before, and she may have been taken advantage of after she said these 3 words. So I want you to be aware of that as a man, that sometimes it's going to take a little bit longer. However, what I want to kind of highlight is words are important, okay? Words of commitment, words of labeling, words of, hey, you are my only man that I'm genuinely really caring about. I love you at the end of the day. I care about you. Again, if she hasn't said I love you, she hasn't said you're my boyfriend, yes, sometimes it could be a reason that she's been traumatized before, and it's very hard and troubling for her to reach this point of saying these words and labeling the relationship in a more official sense, right? However, I see this as a red flag because if too much time has passed, a lot of the times women do this in order to keep a very conscious and intentional gap between you and the commitment that she needs to make in order to actually show you through words and kind of sign off the contract that you are her person, okay? So that's why it's extremely important to not just go with the flow of actions, but the words are extremely important and the second milestone you need to hit. And the third one, the third and extremely important milestone, and this one's a kind of sensitive one. It's the one that is going to cause a lot of issues within a lot of the couples and the people that I talk to. It's when a woman is starting to get a little bit more sensitive with you and the things you do or with the relationship. She gets sensitive with every little thing and the words and actions in general, okay? And this can feel a little bit controlling, clingy, unstable, toxic, okay? But with a real attachment between you and the person that you genuinely love, in general, a woman will start being more sensitive to things that didn't used to trigger her in a very dramatic sense, okay? If you were late one day in the beginning of the relationship, it may not have triggered her as much than if you were late now in your later aspects of the relationship. Why? Because through that process and through that progression of the relationship, she's starting to care about you more. She's starting to depend on you more. She's starting to rely on you more. She's starting to need you more. And through that process, she's going to be more sensitive about more of the micro things in which wouldn't have caused issues in the beginning of the relationship. So whether they be positive aspects of the relationship or negative aspects of the relationship, you're gonna see that a woman is going to be a little bit more sensitive, affected by the fluctuations of the relationship and your actions and words. And this is a really healthy sign, okay? It's a healthy sign because that shows you, even without words and without the needs for the I love you, although I'm not saying you don't need it, you need it, okay? When a woman is genuinely a little bit more anxious about the highs and lows of the relationship, it shows you that she's genuinely growing a deeper attachment towards you. Now, I'm not telling you to take advantage of this, men, okay? Please don't be that person who kind of feeds off her anxiety by any means, okay? But it is a sign that is extremely important for you men to know that she is genuinely attached to you. And it can feel like sometimes if you don't see these signs or you don't know how to handle these differences of sensitivities and anxieties and emotions in a woman, it's gonna feel like she is controlling and she's voicing out too many concerns. She's voicing out every little thing and she's naggy, okay? I get it, it's really annoying, okay? But she's doing that in order to tell you what she is needing, okay? But it is a very healthy sign that she's growing more attached to you, because the relationship needs attachment. If you don't need each other and you're not affected by each other, then you don't really have a relationship, right? And a lot of couples at this moment, when you are both sharing that same level of care and love for each other, like you feel it in your bones that you genuinely really care about each other, you will tend on the side of what people call the unpopular truth of like codependency, okay? And codependency, a healthy level of codependency is extremely healthy and important for a relationship, okay? Don't let the westernized cultures tell you like codependency is bad and all that stuff. Like, codependency is extremely important for a relationship to flourish, okay? If your woman doesn't depend on you and you don't depend on your woman and you're unaffected by the things that she chooses to do and say and kind of behave around you, again, you don't really have a relationship. Now guys, that wraps up the video for today. These are the 3 very important milestones that you need to look out for as a man that kind of show you that the woman in your life, whether it be a woman you just started dating, your girlfriend, your wife even, okay? No, that's another thing, but your wife even, that she is slowly growing deeper and deeper in love with you in general, okay? And so those are the 3 signs that show you she's growing deeper in love with you. Thank you guys. I hope you found this video very informative. I really like to keep things less triggering, more neutral, and more informative, and giving you things to reflect on as a man. I don't like giving, you know, relationship guru stuff that kind of keeps you and the generalized population of women farther away, okay? So I hope you found these videos informative and you're starting to see these 3 milestones come into play, and it's giving you more clarity in your relationship, because that's really important, okay? I am really gonna advocate for how important therapy is in general, to understand the one puzzle piece in life that you have control over, which is you, yourself, your emotions, your mind, and your cognitive thoughts and your behaviors specifically, okay? And that how important it is not only to be self-aware, but to have the information you need to be competent in changing the habits and the unhealthy patterns of behaviors that you don't know how to fix, okay? So self-awareness is not just thinking about it, it's actually doing it, okay? So please understand, go out there and find a really good therapist who focuses on men's mental health and behavior specifically, because that is something extremely important in order to gain mental health as a whole. You need to do the things that you know you need to change in order to somewhat better your overall reality, right? So love you guys all. Hope you guys found this informative, and please join me for my next video. Hi everyone, if you enjoyed our content, don't forget to follow us on TikTok and IG where we post daily, and YouTube where we post weekly.